The rhythmic sound of a basketball bouncing on concrete woke me up. I rubbed my eyes, confused. I live alone in a quiet neighborhood. Then I remembered. My sister, Lisa, and her son, Noah, 10M, were staying the weekend. I sat up and looked at my dresser. My heart stopped. The glass display case was open. The UV protective acrylic cube was sitting on the floor. And the clear plastic stand that held my most prized possession was empty. I ran to the window. Thump, thump, thump. There he was. Noah was in the driveway. He was dribbling. He was crossing over. He was spinning. And he was using my limited edition, game-issued Spalding basketball, signed in silver Sharpie by Kobe Bryant. It was authenticated. It was numbered 8 of 24. It was worth, at minimum, $5,000. And every time it hit the rough, gritty asphalt of my driveway, the value dropped by $1,000. Noah! I screamed, tearing through the house. I burst out the front door barefoot. Noah looked up, startled. He held the ball against his hip. The rough leather scraped against his jeans. "Hey, Uncle OP. Look, I'm the Black Mamba." He raised the ball to shoot. "Don't shoot." I yelled, lunging for him. He shot. The ball arced through the air. It hit the metal rim with a dull clank. It didn't go through the net. It bounced off the rim, hit the backboard, and then careened off the side, landing in my rose bushes. I scrambled into the bushes, thorns tearing at my legs. I grabbed the ball. I looked at it. The pebble grain leather, once pristine and untouched by human oils for a decade, was scuffed grey. The orange was dull where the asphalt had sanded it down. But the signature, Kobe's signature, was right on the sweet spot. Noah had been dribbling right on it. The silver ink was smeared. The K was half gone, rubbed away by the friction of the concrete. The B was scratched through by a piece of gravel embedded in the leather. "It's ruined," I whispered. Lisa walked out onto the porch, holding a cup of coffee. "Good morning. What are you boys doing?" "He took the Kobe ball," I said, my voice trembling. I held up the scuffed, dirty sphere. "He took it out of the case." "Oh, yeah," Lisa said casually. "He wanted to shoot hoops. I told him he could grab the ball in your room. I didn't think you'd mind. It's just a basketball, right? Just a basketball." I walked toward her. "Lisa, this is signed by Kobe Bryant. It's a collector's item. It's worth $5,000. And Noah just erased the signature on the driveway." Lisa laughed. She actually laughed. $5,000? For a ball? Stop lying. You probably paid $20 for it at Modale's. Noah needed to burn off some energy. You should be happy he's exercising instead of playing video games. Happy? I pointed to the silver smear. He destroyed it. It's worthless now. "It still bounces, doesn't it?" She shrugged. "If it bounces, it works. Stop being so dramatic. You can just get another one signed next time he's in town." "Next time?" "Ich zerre her. Lisa. Kobe is dead." "Oh," she said, pausing for a fraction of a second. "Well, get someone else to sign it then. Lebron. Whoever. It's just a signature. It's the ball that matters." I looked at the ruined leather. I looked at my sister, who thought a signature was interchangeable and a $5,000 asset was a toy. "Get inside," I said. "Pack your bags." "Excuse me." "You're leaving," I said. "Now." "Pack our bags." Lisa scoffed, taking another sip of coffee. She didn't move. She stood there on my porch, looking at me like I was the one who had lost my mind. "You're kicking out your own sister because Noah played with a ball? You need therapy, OP. You're obsessed with material things." "It's not a ball, Lisa," I shouted, clutching the ruined leather to my chest. "It's memorabilia. It's signed art. You don't take a painting off the wall and use it as a placemat just because it's flat." "But it is a ball," she countered, her voice taking on that condescending tone she used when we were kids. "Balls are made for bouncing. That is their function. Why do you buy toys if you don't use them? Putting a basketball in a glass box is like keeping a bird in a cage. It's sad. Noah liberated it. He destroyed it." I pointed to the gravel embedded in the rubber channels. Look at this. The certificate of authenticity hologram is scratched off. The leather is chewed up. And the signature is a grey smear. Lisa leaned in, squinting. Oh, honestly. You can barely tell. It just looks a little loved. It adds character. Now it has a story. The day my nephew scored a basket. That's worth more than money. It's worth $0. I yelled. Collectors don't want character from your kid's driveway dribbling. They want mint condition. Well, if you're so worried about the name, she said, digging into her purse, I can fix it. She pulled out a black permanent marker. My blood ran cold. What are you doing? I'll just trace over it, she said, uncapping the marker. I have really good handwriting. I practiced calligraphy in college. I'll just write Kobe Bryant right over the smear. It'll look brand new. Nobody will know the difference. She reached for the ball. I recoiled as if she were holding a knife. Do not touch this ball with that marker. I'm trying to help, she snapped. God, you are impossible. First you cry that the name is gone. Now you won't let me put it back. Which is it? That is forgery. I screamed. That is fraud. And it would turn a damaged $5,000 ball into a worthless piece of trash with your handwriting on it. You are so ungrateful, Lisa huffed, capping the marker. Fine. Stay miserable. Come on, Noah. We are leaving. Your uncle loves his dusty old ball more than he loves you. Noah looked at me, tears in his eyes. I just wanted to play. I know, buddy, I said, my voice softening just a fraction for him. But you have to ask. You can't take things from glass cases. He doesn't have to ask family. Lisa interrupted, grabbing Noah's arm. Family shares. We are leaving, and I am telling Mom you made Noah cry over a toy. Expect a call. She stormed past me into the house to pack. I stood on the driveway. The sun was fully up now, illuminating the disaster in my hands. The silver Sharpie ink, the ink that Kobe himself had laid down, was smeared into a grey cloud. The leather was pitted. She thought she could trace over it. She thought balls are for bouncing. I walked to my car. I put the ball in the passenger seat, buckling it in. I wasn't going to let her rewrite history. I was going to get an official appraisal. I needed a number. A big, legally binding number. And then, I was going to teach Lisa that while balls might be for bouncing, checks are for paying. I drove straight to Legend Sports Memorabilia. The owner, Mike, had sold me the ball 3 years ago. He knew the provenance. He knew the value. When I placed the scuffed, dirty basketball on his glass counter, Mike looked like he was about to cry. Is that the '09 finals ball? He asked quietly. It was, I said. My nephew decided to practice his crossover on the driveway. Mike put on white cotton gloves. He inspected the leather. He used a loupe to look at the signature. He shook his head. The leather is grade 2 at best, he said. The surface abrasion is catastrophic. But the signature, it's a grade 1. It's illegible in parts. The silver paint pen has lifted. Honestly, OP, I can't even authenticate this anymore. Without the clear signature, it's just a used ball. It's worthless. He wrote me an official appraisal. Original value, $5,500. Current value, $50, used sporting goods. Total loss, $5,450. The invoice. I scanned the appraisal. I scanned the original certificate of authenticity. I sent it to Lisa via email. Subject, reimbursement for destroyed property. Lisa, attached is the professional evaluation. The ball is a total loss. Please remit $5,450 within 30 days. She replied with a laughing emoji. Lisa, you are insane. I'm not paying $5,000 for a ball. I told you, I'll sign it for you. Stop being a baby. My mom called me. OP, just drop it. She doesn't have that kind of money. She's saving for a cruise. She destroyed my property, Mom, I said. If she crashed my car, would you tell me to drop it? A car is different, Mom sighed. A car isn't a toy. The court case. I filed in small claims court. The limit is $10,000, so I was safe. Lisa showed up without a lawyer. She brought a basketball she bought at Walmart for $15. Your Honor, she told the judge, placing the rubber ball on the table. My brother is a scammer. He thinks because a famous person touched a ball, it's worth thousands. It's magic thinking. I offered to replace it with this brand new one. It bounces better than his old one anyway. I handed the judge the appraisal from Mike. I handed him the photos of the damage. I handed him the auction records for similar Kobe balls. The judge said, looking at the Walmart ball. This is a rubber playground ball. The plaintiff's property was a limited edition leather collectible signed by a deceased legend. The value is established by the market, not by your opinion of magic thinking. But he wasn't using it, she argued. It was in a box. That is how you preserve value, the judge said. Judgment for the plaintiff. The verdict. The defendant is ordered to pay $5,450 plus court fees. Lisa turned purple. I can't pay that. I have a cruise booked. Then you should have watched your son, the judge said. The aftermath. She didn't pay. I garnished her wages. It took 2 years, but I got my money. She went on her cruise, but she had to put it on a credit card she couldn't afford. I bought a new ball. It's not the same. It's a different edition, but it's beautiful. And now, my display case has a padlock. Lisa tells everyone I stole her vacation. But every time I look at that silver signature, perfectly preserved under the glass, I remember that some things are worth fighting for, even if it's just a ball.